Hello all, I am Balasubramanian Vice President and Business Head for Consumer and Retail and E-commerce businesses of TeamLease. We are pleased to launch the inaugural sectoral report from the staffing business, and we have chosen to take a deep dive into the FMCG sector, the fast-moving consumer goods sector, which has been one of the primary growth drivers for our business in the last 3 years. The Indian fast-moving consumer goods sector is witnessing a transformative phase right now, driven by a combination of rapid economic growth, urbanization, technological advancements, and evolving consumer preferences as well. With India's emergence as the world's fifth largest economy and with significant government support, the FMCG industry is poised to grow at nearly a 15% CAGR and hit about $220 billion in under 2 years' time. It's essential for companies in this space to prioritize hiring, minimizing attrition, and also enhance the productivity of the workforce, HAP as we call it, hiring, attrition, and productivity. In order to capitalize on emerging opportunities and also navigate the market uncertainties and challenges effectively. So in light of the above, our report, which is aptly titled as Empowering the Essentials, a deep dive into India's FMCG workforce, covers critical insights into the evolving landscape of India's FMCG sector, offering stakeholders invaluable strategic guidance in navigating these opportunities and challenges. So there are some key insights from this report. So number one, and I don't think it's a surprise to many, the gender skew in this sector, the proportion of male associates, and this is based on TeamLease's primary data, it's more than 90%. The ecosystem really needs a significant overhaul in order to be able to be more conducive to employing women. The intent to hire by city, the top 5 cities experiencing significant intent to hire are in that order: Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, and Hyderabad. And if you look at the intent to hire buying function, sales, marketing, and interestingly, information technology are the top 3 functions which are exhibiting the highest intent to hire. Metros, Tier 1 and Tier 2 are at a similar attrition level of about 27 and 26% respectively, whereas Tier 3 and Tier 4 are at the lowest at about 20%. And again, that's not really surprising considering the fact that the demand is definitely a lot lower than the supply over there as against, let's say, Tier 1 and Metro as well. And if you were to look at the average age of active employees, it is over 36, whereas the average age of exited employees is about 34. Right? It indicates that younger employees tend to attract faster or more. We also have qualified the attrition into regrettable and non-regrettable attrition. So essentially, regrettable attrition is where somebody who has left has been performing at above average levels consistently over the past 1 year or so, and that percentage stands at only 21%. Right. Conversely, if you look at non-regrettable attrition, which is the percentage of people who have attrited who have not earned any incentives at all, right, during the last 1 year or so, that's at about 39%, which means that 39% is actually desirable attrition, and that's a pretty good number. So if you were to look at the non-desirable attrition, it is only about 61% of the overall 27%. Yeah, about 2/3 then. We've also noticed that the average CTC and the incentives for the current and attracted associates is higher in the South region. So South, while the minimum wages might be lower in southern states compared to, let's say, Delhi, for example, on an average, but there is also something else known as fair market rates, right? So that way the fair wages in South are actually higher. Also, the other thing we've seen is that the average salaries across active employees and attended employees is pretty much the same. There is no statistically significant difference. But if you look at the incentives, it's a very different story entirely. So the incentives earned by the active employees is much higher than the incentives earned by the attended employees, which indicates two things. One, that performance is a very strong indicator of likelihood of attrition. And secondly, total benefits as a whole matter more than just the fixed salary. Yeah, and the fixed salary doesn't really put the needle with respect to being able to attract talent. So that's all, folks. We'll be back with more industry insights and reports as well. So download the report. The link is in the caption. Thank you so much.